Hey lovelies, it's your girl Swan here bringing to you a brand new video. In fact, I'm bringing to you the last video of 2023. Okay lovelies, something that I always do at the end of the year is where I take a drawing I did in the beginning of the year and redraw it at the end of the year just to see how much progress I made within the year. And as I was going through Instagram and going through my illustrations, I realized I didn't do drawings early this year because I was on a break. We were on a break. Mainly because I was burnt out. So I didn't have any drawings. So I could have chosen the first drawing I did when I actually got out of my drawing slump. But nah. This old drawing I did in 2021 kept popping up in my mind, and I was like, wow, that drawing was so cool. I was so proud of that drawing. And then I look back at it and I'm like, damn, I'm still proud of it. It still looks good, but compared to how my art is now, I was like, sometimes like with those old video games, I love the Legend of Zelda, and one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games is the Ocarina of Time. And when I think of that game, it comes back to me in Breath of the Wild kind of graphics. And the other day I went to check out Ocarina of Time and the graphics. And that's what my drawing was like. I was thinking it was Breath of the Wild kind of graphics. It was Ocarina of Time type of graphics. Again, I'm still proud of it. I feel proud, because that was the first time I ever did. Like the skin tone so good, the hair so good, the dress, like the pose. I was so proud of that. But let's see how I will approach it now. So I was going to draw her exactly the same, but I was like, no, I'm going to draw her how I'm going to approach this drawing the way how I will approach it now. And it was so much better. I was even debating, like in the beginning of the video, you see me debating drawing, like keeping the original hairstyle or coming up with a new one. And my idea for the new one is that this is her in 2024. Her hair grew out, okay? It ain't gonna stay the same length. And I'm so glad I took that plunge and I went with the new hairstyle. She has a new cocktail dress. Why can't she have why can't she have a new hairstyle? Okay. And I'm so happy with the results of this illustration. Okay, so while the why can't I talk? Okay, so while the speed paint is going on in the background, I would like to talk to you about artist resolutions and how we've been doing it wrong most of the time, or at least I have. So last year I made some artist resolutions and I was so ready. I was like, yes, these things are so attainable to do. But then you listen to some of these such as practice more gouache painting, get into sewing, experiment with landscapes, draw more fan art, open business account, allow myself to mess up, do art studies. Do you understand where I went wrong with this approach in my artist resolution? They are too open-ended. The way I phrase them, they seemed too big to do, so I always put them off. What do procrastinators do? We put off big tasks. Hey, we even sometimes put off small tasks because it seems like too much work. So the one I was really excited about was experiment with landscapes. The idea behind this approach was to sit down, look at some landscapes and paint them. I never did that. I never specifically focused on landscapes, but I have been doing more backgrounds in my illustrations. Usually when I draw my character, there's just a circle in the background. But this year, I've pushed myself more to include backgrounds. So in a way, I did do it, but not the way I intended to work on landscapes. You see, understand what I say? Practice more gouache painting. I did gouache paintings, but it wasn't practice, it was finished illustrations. Oh my gosh. Allow myself to mess up, I did not. That was a way for me to battle my perfectionism, and I only started the battle on my perfectionism like this month or last month. I started it. I think I have 2 or 3 videos of that series where I am challenging myself to battle my perfectionism, because perfection doesn't exist. Say it with me. Perfection does not exist. So therefore, if you always strive to reach perfection, you'll always be striving because you'll never reach it. Okay. So that's why we must battle on perfectionism. It's keeping us back. Like seriously, it's keeping us back. Okay. TED Talk over. So I realized where I went wrong with my artist resolution. I said get into sewing. I didn't get into sewing. I did a bunch of hand sewing. Does that count? Do fan art. Every time I try to do fan art, I get a different idea. Like the popular character that I want to draw, it will give me the idea for a different character of my own, and I'll draw that character instead of the popular character that everybody knows. The closest I've gotten to doing a fan art was when I drew my Spidey Sona. Yeah, that's the only fan art I did, and it's basically my character. It's still, I really need to watch Into the Spider-Verse. Anyhow, open a bank account. That one was a very thing one, but there's steps here in Trinidad that my brain doesn't understand. I'm trying. I've approached it. I've failed. The bank has come back to me like 2 to 3 times saying, no, you did it wrong. And I'm like, I cannot handle rejection that good. Okay, I am rejection sensitive. You told me 3 times in a row that you did it wrong. You expect me to try after that? I'll try again this year. Okay, I'll try again this year. But I need a break. Well, at least tell me where I went wrong. But anyhow, and do art studies. I did 2 or 3, just random, and it's mainly because I bought a sketchbook for a specific purpose. The sketchbook wasn't like up to par for that purpose, so I just did some art studies where I did gesture drawings, and I just did it like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then I just stopped. The sketchbook there just watching me, mocking me. Alright, so in a way I did do a bunch of my resolutions from 2023, but I want to approach it better. This time I am going to have precise guidelines on what to do, and it's not like rigid rules. It's more like something like phrase it in a way where it's more attainable to do. So instead of saying experiment with landscapes, I could say do 3 landscapes this year, or study mountain ranges, something that's so small, something that seems more attainable. Or it could even be paint the landscape outside my window, or it could be paint the landscape outside all the windows in my house. So like I'll go to each window and paint what I see. Like that seems more simple because I don't have that much windows in my house. So that seems more attainable than saying experiment with landscapes. Another one that I want to do, I haven't tightened up what I want to do this year, but I know something else I want to do is to do 30-day challenges. So instead of saying do more 30-day challenges, I can instead say do 3 to 4 30-day challenges in the year. That's a small number, but then when you remember 30-day challenges is like 30 days, like literally 30 days. So that's a lot of days. So saying to do 12 30-day challenges, nah. 6 30-day, that's every other month. No. 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. 2 to 3 30-day challenges seem so much more attainable than just saying do 30-day challenges. So you're getting my gif? Are you getting my gif? I don't know how to say it. Do you get where I'm coming from? Another one I am sure that I want to do is to start back work on my Flower of the Month series. I think I got up to June and I just stopped. What was the bad thing is I was doing this the same time as Patreon, so I was drained. I would say, okay, I'll just complete it in a year. Each month I'll do a different flower. It became too much and I became burned out and I just stopped. I keep saying I'll go back into it. I never did. This whole year I did not work on it. It was on my mind, but I didn't work on it. So I could just say, oh, do the other 6. No, that seems too big for me. So I'll say I'm going to do 3. And the thing is, I'm not even happy with the old ones I have. There's only one I'm happy with and the rest I just want to redo. So I think I'm going to print them out and paint them in watercolor because I'm still happy with the line art. It's just how it's colored. So I think I'm going to switch to traditional. That's a thought I've had for a while. I didn't just come up with it. It's a thought I had for a while. So I'm going to say, okay, do 2 of the old drawings in watercolor and let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's how I'm going to approach this year's artist resolutions. I hope this helped you in, crafting your artist resolutions. If you are making your own, make it that it's attainable. Okay, don't make it be out floating in space, just endless, just seems like it's too much to do. Make it more simple, easier to access, and it won't feel like such a burden, or it won't be such like you're literally climbing up a mountain to do it. Okay, make your goals attainable. Okay, all right. Oh, 2023 is a roller coaster. Some bad things happened to me personally, and some bad things are happening to people right now for just existing. I'm still confused how this is happening, and everybody or most people know about it, and nothing is being done. It is bonkers. See you in 2024, people. See you in 2024, lovelies. I didn't mean to get every press, but it's just okay. Bye. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. Bye.